Hello, guys. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing mighty fine. I'm not doing so great today because I've buggered me camera. Me camera's all buggered up, so it puts me in a bit of a position. So I can't make the video the normal way today. So I'm sorry about that. You're just going to have this disembodied voice talking to you. I'll try and keep this as short as I possibly can, and we'll get through these. But yes, it's the weekly poll results show. Or I don't know if I should be. Is it this week's polls or last week's polls? I think it should be called last week's polls, but this week's sounds just more present and like a go-getter, whatever that means. Okay, anyway, let's get right into it, guys. So, first poll of the week was: what was the greatest decade to be alive during? It had 16 votes. Well, you can see all this. But anyway, yes, so 1960, I'll have me some of what you're on. 1970, I got the lead out and it won't go back in. 1980, neon everywhere, so drink your posh champagne. 1990, I remember it well, and I don't look back in anger. And the last one is none. Decades suck. And as you can see, decades suck. That was the winner. That got 50% of the votes. What would I have chose? I don't know really. At some point I fantasised about living in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and I didn't need to fantasise about the 90s because I lived in the 90s. And I kind of don't need to really fantasise about the 80s because I was alive during the 80s too. I'm an old man, an old man. Anywho, right, the next one, here we go. What scenario would you least like to find yourself in? 20 people voted on that. The first one is plane crash, ship sinking, building on fire, and high-speed train collision. And the winner, as you can all see, is ship sinking. People do not like being on those boats upon that water. And I don't blame you. I don't like the sound of that either. Water is scary. It's like those ferries that keep toppling over. What's that all about? You know what it's like. It's like every time you watch a disaster thing and it's about a ship sinking, if it ain't the Titanic, it's a bloody ferry that's toppled over. They left the doors open on the front of it and the thing sloshed about and then it rolled over and everyone's inside and it rolls over like in a second. And then, yeah, you all got to try and fight your way to the top. Not pleasant stuff, guys. I do not recommend it one bit. What would I choose? Oh, I don't know really. All of them are pretty gnarly. I don't mind being in a high-speed train collision as long as I'm in the very rear car, because apparently most people that have been in these situations, the ones that are in the very rear car on a real long train, they kind of almost like, what happened? Did something happen? We've come to a stop. Plane crash. Oh, the idea of being in a plane crash. Imagine that, and it suddenly starts diving towards the ground. No, thank you, good sirs and madams. I will not tolerate it. I won't tolerate such nonsense. Nonsense. Okay, now we are passing the tonk. We all like a bit of tonk. The epic tonk is a breathtaking image to behold. All hail tonk. Okay, right, next poll. If you had all the money in the world and wanted to buy a garden display, would you get A, World War II tank, a World War II fighter plane, Cold War fighter jet, garden gnomes, collection of cut-out paper fairies on sticks? Now, that last one, the fairies on sticks, that's to do with that. I don't know if any of you remember or know about it, where some guy cut out paper fairies and put them on sticks at the top of his garden and took photographs of it. And then the newspapers went wild. It was like, oh my God, fairies, they really do exist. Look, we have proof. Even though they just look like literally cardboard cutouts. Actually, no, I think it was two young girls that did it. They took the photos. But yes, it was a thing. I think that was back in the 40s or 50s. Yes, a long time ago. Right. And the winner, as you can see, is a World War II tank. So yes, I would like me a World War II tank. It doesn't have to be running or working, just as long as it sits there, so I can stare out at it. And then when it's nice outside, or even when it's not, I shall jump in my World War II tank and pretend to drive it for hours and hours and hours, and I will not get bored. In fact, I would invite my friends round and they'd all have positions on the tank. And then when I call them to be like, do you want to come and play tanks? They'll be like, yes. And they'll all have their roles. One will be the gunner and one will be the commander and one will be the driver. And I don't think I'd be the tank commander, actually, even though that's the position everybody wants. I don't know if I want that position because I think I'd rather be able to pull on levers and stuff when I'm doing make-believe. Okay, next one. What is the most epic? And this had 17 votes. Okay, here we go. Concorde pilot. I only fly supersonic every day. UFC champion. I am the champ, the greatest in the world. Race car driver. I put pedal to metal when... I put pedal... I can't speak. I put pedal to metal when you hit the brakes. Next one. Organ donor. I give others a second chance at life. Owner of a $1 billion company. I can have anything I want. And as you can see, the winner is race car driver. You guys seem to like putting your pedal to the metal when all the other guys around you are braking, especially at traffic lights. We don't need traffic lights. Where we're going, we don't need traffic lights. Okie dokie, next one. Oh, and I'd choose, I'd probably be a Concorde pilot because I like Concorde and I like pilots. And I like going fast. I like going faster than a race car. I'll leave you guys in the dust, you race car drivers. I'll be flying supersonic. All you'll hear is just the supersonic boom above your head. Then how will you feel? Okie dokie, next one. You're in love with someone that doesn't feel the same towards you, but they also have a partner and children. If you are a wizard, do you cast a spell that makes the one you love leave their family and spend the rest of their life with you? Okay, here's a bit of a moral one for you guys. Let's see what you chose. Let's go through the answers, or the options, should I say. Right, first one is, hell yeah, screw the other people, it's everyone for themselves. Next one, hell no, using magic to make someone love me is pretty pathetic. Next one, why don't I just magic into existence a person to be with and love? I am a wizard after all, am I not? Harry Potter, you can bugger off. You get out of it, Harry. Don't know what you think you're playing at. And the last one was, I'm happy on my own. And as you can see, the winner is, why don't I just magic into existence a person to be with? And yes, guys, I think that would be the choice that I would choose too, because why wouldn't you? You don't hurt anybody else because you're creating a completely new individual life. And if you can make them, like, perfect for you, the fact is they're going to love you. Because, well, I'm assuming you're going to make you perfect for them too. I mean, so that, they still want to be with you. But yes, magic into existence. Wizards. Give me some wizardness. And the last one, the final one of this week, and I'm aware it's Sunday, guys. Oh, it took too long getting into this. And by doing that, my camera buggered up. Now I don't know what I'm going to do for the week. I've got another Minecraft video to put out, so that's all good. That'll come out probably tomorrow, because it's a bank holiday. But after that, yes, I need to get a new camera somehow. I'll figure it out, guys. Don't you worry. If it's an eBay job, it'll have to be an eBay job. Okay, right, last one. What is the most important trait you see when deciding you like watching a YouTuber? Now, this one I wasn't going to include this one in this, but because this is more for myself, just to get an idea of what it is you guys like when watching YouTube. But I thought, well, no, I'm sure you'd probably like to know what the outcomes were, what won. So, first one, likability. You could be friends with them. Articulate. They speak clearly and are easily understood. That's not me, so I'm glad nobody's chose that option. Charismatic. They attract and hold my attention. Funny. They make me laugh and feel positive. Attractive. Image and or brand. They are visually, I should have put appealing, not enjoyable. But the attractive isn't just the appearance of the person, it's kind of like, how the quality of the video, is it a good quality camera, is it good quality gameplay footage, the look of it all. The only thing I have going for me is I have a flag that looks kind of colourful at times if you look in the corner. Okay, right, and the winner is, as you can see, likability. People want to view a YouTuber as if they could be, as if they're their friend sort of thing. And yeah, I kind of get that. I agree with that, actually. So, yeah. And I think funny as well. Charismatic, yeah. To be honest, likability, all of them. All of them. I think to be a successful YouTuber, you've got to kind of have pretty much all of those things. So I'm buggered. Okay, guys, well, that's that for this week. Sorry this took a while to come out, but I finally got it out, and I'm sorry you can't see me, because, like I said, camera issues, but that's okay. We will prevail. Anyhow, Minecraft out tomorrow, guys, and I shall see you then. So, cheers, guys, and goodbye.